This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming to Margaritaville today. We appreciate you coming out. It's a lovely day in the state of Florida, especially here on the beach. Boy, I'll tell you, first of all, Megan Allers is sitting in for Kim. I don't need to keep telling you.
Hey, thank you.
You have your own fan club.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes.
I didn't know if you would invite me back.
Yeah, of course. We, of course, I don't need to tell anybody why Kim's not here, but she's spending more time with the baby.
Yep. You know, Jackie said it perfectly. You're not number one anymore.
I don't think I ever was number one.
Ever again.
So yesterday, Jilly drove the baby out. They live off the beach about a half a mile. And so we live out by Gateway. So I was going to the gym around Colonial. And Kim says, Jilly's coming out. She's bringing the baby out. They're going to have lunch together. So I was like, all right, I'll meet you guys at Kiki's. I've never been to Kiki's before. Apparently, it's a breakfast place. So we meet there. And, of course, the baby sleeps the whole time. The last time I went to their house, the baby was sleeping the whole time. It's like, is the baby ever awake?
Have you ever held that baby while it's awake?
I don't think I've held the. Not while it's awake. I don't think I've held the baby yet.
It's going to be so surprised when it sees your face.
So, when Jilly's not looking, I go like this, boom, or I go, try to scare the baby to wake the baby up to see if I can get to see the baby awake just once. But no, Kim's been spending a lot of time down there, which is, it's great, I guess. And I've really come to love our dogs. We're really getting to know each other a lot better.
Good conversation.
Yeah, a lot. They listen very well, and they never talk back to me either. So, or yell at me. So the only other thing I want to mention real quick is the truck incident. I feel like this truck drama that I'm having is something that people enjoy. People enjoy seeing me go through truck hell.
It's a lot. But I did see your loaner.
Yeah.
And when I saw the pictures of the loaner, I thought you are never going to want that yellow truck back.
Well, you're wrong about that, Megan. So here's the update about that. I'm not a fan of an $80,000 truck. The thing costs more than my house.
That's true.
And so I get in this truck, and it's like, okay, the first thing I need to tell you is they delivered the truck because I'm tired of going down to the dealership to try and figure out what's going on. So I said, yeah, they sold the first loaner they gave me, so they needed the loaner back. So when the first guy said, "Can you bring it in?" I started laughing at him, like, "There's no way I'm bringing in the loaner. If you sold this, you come to my house and get it." So the sales guy came to my house and he brought this beast of a truck. And the first thing I noticed was that the rear view mirrors were turned in. And I was like, well, crap, that's a mistake. So I went out and I yanked the rear view mirror out. And I was like,
there's a button for that.
No, what happens with these really expensive rich people cars is that when you press the unlock button, everything opens up. Like the mirrors come out and the sideboards come out automatically. Everything's automatic. And so I hope I didn't break the side view mirror, but honestly, I don't give a shit at this point because I want the truck that I bought back. And so the other thing is that when you back up the vehicle and you're backing up too close to something, the seat starts to vibrate on you.
That makes me insane.
And I'm like, wait a second. Then I feel like the seats were air conditioned. Like everything is going on around me. And then there are two things that are distracting about an $80,000 vehicle is you're looking out the window and you can see the speed limit in the window. Like I can see the speed limit in front of me. And now I can see it like in the road.
In the windshield.
Right. It's like, why, how do you shut that off? Like it's so distracting. I'm trying not to look at it. And then the other thing is when you look in the rear view mirror, it's a camera.
Yeah.
It's not a mirror. And so that's distracting too, because I have eyesight problems. Like I wear glasses to drive because I can't see up close. So now I look at the mirror and I'm totally frazzled by it's not a mirror, it's a camera. I can't figure out how to shut it off. That's not even the funniest part about the whole thing. So as I'm unloading my stuff this morning, the sales guy calls me again and he says, we just sold the loaner, the second loaner.
Oh, no.
The second loaner. He goes, where are you? I'm coming to get it. I said,
No, you're not.
You're not coming to get it here. Like, there's no friggin' way. So I called the dealership and I said, is my vehicle ready? Because now we're going on 10 days for the third time.
Have they even told you what's wrong with it?
They don't know what's wrong with it. So he said, well, GM thinks it's something to do with a coolant replacement, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, you tell the sales guy that he can deliver my truck and I'll give him his $80,000 sale whenever my truck's ready. So he goes, it might be 2 weeks. So I said, well, you go back and tell the sales guy that he's got an $80,000 sale that he wants to make. But now what is he's going to bring me a Pinto the next time? I mean, I need a truck, but I don't need a house truck. I mean, the whole thing, it's a never ending saga.
You're going to get one of those, what is that? A cruise, like a little mini car.
All I need is enough stuff to put my broadcast equipment in. I don't need to trail a boat or anything like that. So that's the latest on that. I just want to say thanks to Troy Young's wife, who makes these super nice cookies.
So
we have a
cute.
gigantic box of them. And so I'm going to post the information on our page. People write things really small these days. What is that? Oh, there.
Crazy Cookie Lady.
The Crazy Cookie Lady. And I will
Her name is Tammy Young.
When Kim sees these, she's going to flip out.
They're great.
About those cookies. So there's a lot of stuff going on the beach in the next few months, including tonight. They have the Community Foundation's a pub crawl, which is a dress-up pub crawl.
Yep. It's going to be super cute.
And you were at the Bay Oaks event?
Yeah, we
Tell
went
us about
last
that
night.
real quick.
There were so many kids. I would say there was probably over 100 kids there. There was a ton. And they had all these cute blow-ups for the kids. They had the trunk or treat going on. They had a limbo contest going on, the costume contest. I mean, the kids were having a blast. There was a witch on a stilt walking witch. So she was like 10 feet tall.
Cool.
And that was kind of crazy. But the kids were just having the times of their life. It was great.
Just a final question on that. Was any chance Bill Ripple was there?
If he was wearing a costume.
Okay, well, he could have been there then. All right. The other big event that's coming up is the 35th annual Sand Sculpting Championships, which is going to be massive this year. And here to tell us more about it is the president of the Chamber of Commerce, Jackie
Come
Lezak.
on down.
All right, Jackie. There you go. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. I'm great.
Hi.
How are you doing? Hi, Megan.
It's nice to see you.
You too. And
So-
we're all so busy right now. We hardly get to see each other. We
Yes.
wave
First
on
time
the
I've
street.
seen her in a week or
I
something.
know.
Like
We
that.
wave at each other going by in the cars as we're passing each other over and over.
We have all crazy volunteers here. Ellen's here to talk about the Community Foundation, and then we have the Women's Club, and we have the Chamber of Commerce, and the big event is coming up next month.
Yes,
1 month.
Can you believe we're a month out now? This is when I start to grind my
Sure.
teeth, right? Like I'm waking up in the middle of the night and making lists. But we are incredibly thrilled that we're coming back again. Thank you to all the support from everyone. FPL, our title sponsor, and
Sweet.
Diamond Head Beach Lovers. It's November 20 it's coming too fast, but it's not here fast enough. So
and the kickoff party is actually here at Margaritaville, correct?
So yes, so on the 14th of November, we're going to be unveiling our first satellite sculpture. It's going to be up here on the terrace at Margaritaville. And it's going to be a free evening. You'll have to RSVP, but you'll have a complimentary cocktail. And I think they'll have some food for purchase, but we'll have some sand demonstrations. We'll have the first sand sculpture unveiled. You'll be able to take pictures with it, meet some of the sculptors. So it's going to be great. This is kind of some of the stuff we talked about last year that, we just wanted to do, but weren't able to have enough bandwidth. So we're going to start to add items as we go.
That's cool.
And part of the problem that you ran into last year, not knowing, was that it turned out to be a much bigger event than you were expecting, and now you've expanded it.
Well, that too. Plus, don't forget we had Ian and friends right before that.
Yes,
we had
true.
those little H words that showed up literally a month and a half or so ahead. So the event was on, and then it was off, and then it was on, and then it was off, and then it was on again. So, we had to make sure that we had everything in line and we could actually pull this kind of event out. And I really honestly was hopeful over a 4-day event. Maybe I was shooting for the stars with 10,000 people coming in 4 days. And we clearly blew that out of the water, and
Yes.
people were thrilled and came out to support it in spades.
Yeah, I know. The women's club worked the parking lot right next door, and we ran our rears off for 7 days. It was wild how packed it would get so fast.
Yeah, it was. What we did with that too, and you guys can speak to that. We knew that we needed parking, and we have a lot of vacant commercial lots around, and so we were able to partner our nonprofit groups up with a commercial lot owner. And they worked together, and the nonprofit got to keep all of the parking money from that. The sand sculpting took none of it. Commercial lot owners took none of it. And it's just another example of how this community works together to not only bring events back, but to support each other. And it was a smashing success, I think,
And this year, the event will be from Diamond Head to the end of the EIBC lot.
Yes, we've doubled our space on the back.
I was just going to ask about that.
Yes, thank you to EIBC and the board of directors and all of the owners for allowing us the use of the sand behind their lot there. And I think Women's Club is parking there again. They have parking next door. That doubles our venue space. So there'll be more room to move around. We've added sculptors and sculptures. So we're going to have actually 26 sculptors on site.
Oh,
some, not all are competing, but we will have folks that are just doing exhibition sculptures there, like the amazing Walter, who is a fan favorite.
He's so cool.
Right. You got to love him. He does those beautiful fairy tale castles that are incredible. Mark Mangia did a small Cinderella castle last year. He'll be doing some satellite stuff. We will have a news desk with news stations each day with out of sand. So the news crew will actually be broadcasting from that desk. So that's kind of cool. And we will have obviously demonstrations and quick sculpts and things like that going on all day long. So I think we're up to, if I get it right, 10 masters, 11 semi-pro or advanced amateur sculptors, and they're coming from 10 states and 6 countries.
Crazy.
Do they ever tell you ahead of time what they're sculpting, or is it like, poof, this is what I made?
Yeah, no, they don't tell. It's a secret.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it makes it tough too, because we do the people's choice. For the people's choice, you'll see all the volunteers will be going around with badges, and on the back will be a QR code so you can vote for your favorite. But it makes it a little bit difficult, because how does someone just roaming around the fairground know who the sculptor is and what the sculpture is that they're liking? So you have to go to their site, and they'll have their QR code on their little sign in front of their site. But you don't know what you're going to get until it emerges.
But what you do get to see is what it started from, which was nothing, and then as each day goes along, you see, oh wow, that is an incredible talent right there.
Isle of sand.
Yeah,
Isle of sand. And for the folks out there who don't know, it is just sand and water. That's it.
Yeah.
They pile it up, and then they make forms around it, and then they pound the sand down. That's where we get pound sand.
Yeah,
kind of where it comes from.
I didn't know that.
Sand. Yep. So they get up there and they stomp it down with weights and
pound
stuff
sand.
like that.
Go pound sand.
Go pound sand.
So
that's where that comes from.
You said 26 this year. How does that compare to last year?
So last year we only had 20.
Cool.
So we're growing, and we're adding, and we're going to have a bigger kids area. We're going to have a bigger dining area. We're going to have music. Actually, Diamond Head, once the festival shuts at 5:00, Diamond Head's going to have live music every night in the main tent area. So you'll be able to go to cabanas and go into that main tent
that'll
area.
Be great.
So stick around, which we're probably going to talk to you guys about that parking lot, because if they're having live music,
sure.
We might need some extended hours on the parking lot there. So
how about vendors? I know usually you guys have some vendors there.
We do have vendors. We're going to have, my guess is we'll probably have 70 to 80 vendors this year.
Wow.
Very nice.
We had about 52 last year. So we're going to have quite a few more vendors, everything from artwork to jewelry to clothing to some of our nonprofits are going to be out there. We're going to have obviously homewares, things for your home, information vendors. So come on out and check that out too. You can do a little bit of Christmas shopping.
Nice. I like it.
How much does it cost for somebody to get in?
$5.
Oh.
Big investment. So,
$5. It's
Wow.
way too cheap.
yep. And Thursday will be a free day. So if you'd like to come out Thursday, you know, they're just starting to work on things. We're still looking for a sponsor for Thursday.
Okay.
So if someone's interested in sponsoring the front gate, and we'll get you lots
Good-
of great recognition
Good to
recognition
know.
for that.
So,
Yep.
the businesses out there, take
How we-
note.
How are we doing on volunteers? I know you need
I
hundreds.
need volunteers, folks. I'm going to need about 650 of you bodies out there.
So how do you schedule your volunteers now for this?
So there's a Sign Up Genius link, and it has each day, and it has the different shifts. You just pop your name into one of those shifts, and you know, so you can sign up for as many as you want.
So can you share that with Ed, and then
Yeah.
he can push that out?
Yeah, absolutely, I will. And don't forget, when you're a volunteer with us, you get a free, beautiful T-shirt. You get lunch each day you volunteer. You get a ticket to come back on another day, so you can enjoy it without having to do your volunteer duties. And then the Seminole Casino provides a VIP volunteer party the week after the event. They pick you up here on Fort Myers Beach on buses, take you out. You get free snacks, couple of drinks, entertainment, gambling money, and a round trip for $0.
That's a good deal for a couple hours worth of work.
Yeah.
And there will be gambling on the NBA just in case the fix is in.
Oh, there it is.
No,
that.
sorry, Father, I didn't mean to bring up the gambling thing in your presence. So,
Oh.
Father Michael's coming on later to talk about the wonderful looking church on Williams Drive. If you go to our website now, Beach Talk Radio News, there is a story up there about the volunteers, or you can search our Facebook page if you want to get on the Sign Up Genius now to volunteer. The event doesn't work without volunteers.
No,
I mean, it's an
that's
incredible undertaking to put something on this massive, when you have all these experts and sculptors coming in
Yeah.
from outside
Yeah.
the town and some outside the country and participating. And these people are serious. These
are world class.
yeah.
These are world class artists, guys. This truly is art in process. So it's kind of cool. And mentioning last year was 4 days, this year's 5 days. We will be open on Monday as well, so that everything will be done Sunday night. The awards will be given out Sunday night, and Monday will just be a viewing day. Come enjoy the sculptures, come have a day on the beach, come do a little shopping. And that way you can, you know, we had a lot of people say, why are you taking them down
Yeah,
the
let's
next
explain.
day?
You get
Let's
to see the finished product.
Let's explain
extra
why
day.
you take them down. You have to take them down because it is a liability. You have people walking on the beach. If you have kids climbing up on these solid
They're
sculptures,
big, and they're big. Yeah.
you can get hurt. And
Yeah.
it has happened, not here, but it has happened in other communities where somebody unfortunately got seriously hurt. I think worse than that, but you have to take them down.
Yeah.
So don't wait till Tuesday because they won't be there anymore.
Exactly.
And the
There will be
sand,
sand.
and the sand goes.
Yeah.
There's nothing happens to the sand. The sand
Nope.
goes back to its
Right to the
normal-
beach. We take it and we spread it out on the beach under the DEP permit that we have and under the guidance of Chad with the town, who is one of our partners, and it helps to renourish the beach and to stabilize those beautiful dunes they've just put up too.
Yes.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, those will be a part of our festival ground as well, all those new plantings.
And
So,
they truck that sand in,
yep, it
and
comes,
there's like 2 mines in our region that are approved to match our sand. And I
that's
think
true.
Immokalee is the most popular
Yep.
one, and that's the one they bring it in.
Yep, they
from.
bring it in, and I'm still waiting to hear how many trucks are coming in, but I believe it's probably going to be around 18 or so that
Yeah.
we need to help build those castles.
And EIBC is the Estero Island Beach Club, which is right next to Diamond Head. That is being rented out by the Women's Club. All the money goes to the Women's Club. Some of these empty lots, I think most of the empty lots are still empty this year. They might
Yeah.
not be empty next year, like EIBC
true.
might hopefully
True.
have construction going on. But as
True.
Neptune, where are some of the other lots? Do you know of?
So we have the different groups. We have more nonprofit groups participating than we did last year. So that's really
Right.
exciting.
Yeah.
We have obviously the Women's Club, FMB Community Foundation. We have the Beach Kids Foundation participating. We have the Arches Group. We have the Lions Club. We have Help Me. St. Raphael's has offered up their lot, which is a bit further away, but very much appreciated. Let me think who else we have. I'm sorry, which the Art Association.
Where are you
excuse
guys?
me. Yes, yeah.
Do you know where your lot is? Somebody
the
will
PTA
somebody will
the
text you.
PTO.
Somebody will text you before you come on.
Yeah, she's not sure. The PTO also.
The problem with Ellen is she's on every board. She's
Yeah, I know, I
she
know.
volunteers for every
Ellen
board.
is,
She gets
yes.
them all cross
She has
whacked
a
over
lot
there.
of hats she wears, you know. I think she has more hats than I do, I'm pretty sure, which is good. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I think some of the places are like Ed said, the Neptune lot.
Yeah,
I
the
believe the
Neptune.
Myers side lot.
Yep, the town lot in the back, all
Bay-
around that
Bay
town.
Oaks.
Bay Oaks, the Meyer
Yep.
side lot, the Sandcap lot, the lot next to SOB down on Old San Carlos.
Sure.
That has been donated for the event to the nonprofit down there. I'm trying to think. They're just all around that event area there. So just know there'll be plenty of parking. And thank you to the Seminole Casino. They are providing 2 25-passenger air-conditioned buses that will be continuously revolving the parking lots, picking up
Wow.
and dropping off people.
That's
a game
news.
changer.
Thank you, Seminole
for
Casino.
people.
That is
That's
a game
amazing.
changer. And the trams and trolleys will be running. The tram starts running November the 20th. So that will run the regular tram route. So that will be picking up and dropping off people. We are already talking to all of the golf cart companies that are out there, and we're asking them to please participate and help folks out and get them moved around the event area and up and down the boulevard. So there should be plenty of places to park. You don't need to get right up next to the place. If you can't, it's okay. There will be shuttles and buses and carts coming by.
Even if you have to park in Lynn Hall Park or under the bridge, it's not that far a walk, and
jump the
especially in
tram.
this weather. If
Jump
the weather,
on the tram, man.
the
Put
weather
your
has
hands
been
up.
so nice. Yeah.
It's like going on a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that free tram is the bomb.
And let's be honest, everybody can use a few steps in their life, so it's not that far down.
Nope.
And then you can stop along the way at different places. Speaking of
Sport.
which, by
Yep.
the time your event rolls down, in your other hat as the chamber president, you got to be really happy that the Whale is opening.
The Whale. Thank you, baby Jesus. We are super excited about that. We've got the
Every
Whale
day
opening.
you see it.
The
it's
Marina
close, it's
Cantina
close.
just
Yep.
opened, right?
Yep.
And what's the other one that just opened?
Matanzas.
Matanzas restaurant
Bay,
just opened.
right?
Matanzas on the Bay opened, and we have one more restaurant opening that's escaping my mind right now. I didn't have enough coffee.
Bonita Bill's underneath the
Bonita
bridge,
Bill's will be opening.
Yes.
Correct. Thank you.
which is now called the Bonita Fish Company. I
Bonita
think
Fish
they changed
Company.
the name. Yeah.
Correct. And
I-
it looks beautiful.
Yes.
By the way,
It does. I
chance
saw
to
their
check it
event
out.
space, and they really did a nice
Yeah.
job.
When I make a post about things opening, it's people love to see that kind of thing. The Whale is an obvious one, but the Bonita Fish Company one was crazy how many people commented on it. And the thing that's a little bit irritating is that I wish it was the old menu or everybody. It's going to be different. It's just the way it is. It's not going to be the same. Nothing's ever going to be the same. It's just going to be different. You could love it different.
Right. And
You
they
know?
may have some of the legacy items that were on
Sure
the
they
old
are.
one. I
Sure they
mean,
are.
Folks, when you go into the Whale, I want you, when you go into the Whale the first time, I want you to take take it slow and walk up and down the stairs and look at the walls, about what they've done on the walls to maintain the history of Fort Myers Beach. You're going to be taken aback by the artist that they use to paint some of the murals on the wall and the floors. I mean, they spared no expense to make this a special place for this beach, and didn't forget the history of this beach. There's one person on the wall that I know. Have you seen the picture?
Not yet. No.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think
though?
I know who you're
Okay,
talking. I've
yeah.
heard about it. Yeah.
It's gonna be like you're always going to see that person's face on the wall, and it's a history that everybody loves. And so they're trying to be modern and to be historic, which isn't an easy thing to succeed at.
The one constant is change, isn't it? I mean, none of us look like we did 20 years ago or 40 years ago.
True.
Or 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, milk doesn't cost what it did. Bread doesn't cost what it did. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, this all changes, and decade to decade, this is kind of how the life goes. That's what my grandpa used to say. This is the life, little honey.
And so Amy Gillette, who is the president of the Community Foundation, is that the right title, Ellen? Co-president. Who's the other? Who? Okay, Jane. And she says that the parking lot will be at the Neptune for the Community Foundation.
Neptune, okay.
So that's
Thank
right,
you.
close by too. The Neptune,
Yep, right there.
the Neptune is rebuilding. And speaking of that, I saw nobody may know this, but I'm going to look it up when I go home. The beach shell. The Beach Shell
Inn is working on their renovation.
You did see that?
I did
Yeah.
see that.
Now,
Yep.
last year, they were up for sale. So was it
They
sold?
were. They
They
were.
decided not to sell it.
It's not sold to my knowledge.
Okay, so it's the same
I believe
owners.
he still owns it. Yes.
Yeah, and they have it looks like they're under the 50% rule too,
Yeah.
which means they had a bunch of
The
work.
building did pretty good, all things considered. I mean, it was tucked right in that perfect little area there and got protected by everybody. So.
Yeah, all of a sudden you see a lot of movement on them working on it.
Yeah.
So that's great news.
Yep. And Palm Terrace too, they're working on that one. So that has been sold to different pieces, but they are putting some of those units back. So that's coming along beautifully right now. It's nice to see that happening.
4 more years without a storm and everything will be put back in place just a little stronger. So
right on.
Looks like we're going to
more resilient. Clearly what's here can make it through the worst. So that's what we need to build on.
So you folks that came to the Sand Sculpting Championship last year that said it wasn't big enough, well, it's going to be big enough this year. It's going to be twice the size. And so take your time going through it and realize it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
You don't come on the first day and see everything done. You come and see how they're building these masterpieces through the end of the weekend. And then on Monday, you can take a slow stroll around and see them all finished. And
And that's part of the reason for the $5 price point too. It's less than a coffee at Starbucks, right? So you don't feel bad about coming back, once, twice, 3 times to check it out and see what's going on. It's also part of why we did Monday. And also don't forget, we have family packs. You can buy your tickets pre-sale on our website and you can get 6 for the price of 5, I believe it is. So that, we're doing a little savings in there too.
Yeah. For the kickoff party, are the artists going to be here? Are they open for questions?
100%. Yes. They'll be mingling with everybody. They will be here. The ones that actually do the sculpture that is here. My understanding is it's going to be a super fun sculpture. I haven't seen the final design yet, but I know they're collaborating with the team here at Margaritaville. So that'll be great. And then don't forget, we also have the meet and greet with the sculptors the 19th at the Pink Shell. So that's some free appetizers, a couple of free drinks, and the sculptors, almost all of them will be there that evening, that you can chat with them and ask where their inspiration is, how they got started in this, where they come from.
We did that last year, and it is really interesting to hear their stories.
Yeah, it's nice. Plus, you get to know them, so that when you pop by their plot later in the weekend, you can say, "Hey, I met you at the street," and they love to talk to you while they're working.
Yes, they do.
Just please remember, don't step inside the little rope areas. Because you could get hit with sand or water, flying sand water or a shovel. Or
they're very friendly. They're very friendly when they're working on their masterpieces.
They are.
So, folks, if you own a business and you can sponsor the event, I mean, they bring these. The chamber brings in these artists. It's not something that's cheap. They do need sponsorships to make the event. It's not a moneymaker. For the chamber, it's something that is great for the community, but it does cost a lot of money. So if the entry is only $5, but if you have a business, there are plenty of different level sponsorships that you can reach out to the chamber and participate in to make this a success, because people come from all over Southwest Florida to see what's going on. So it doesn't just have to be the beach businesses. It can be
anybody.
Cape Coral businesses can also participate if they'd like to.
We would love that. Diamond Head is a great host for this. They provide all of the rooms for the sculptors. So, that is a huge, hit on them. So while you are out, they do the food and beverage. Please help, support Diamond Head there by grabbing a burger or a cocktail or a non-alcoholic beverage, whatever your choice is. And then, thank you to all of the other major sponsors that are helping us with this endeavor. We couldn't do it without them. This is a 6-figure event before I open a gate, just to get all the different things in line. Nothing as everything else on the beach, security is more expensive.
Sure.
We're very mindful of the world we live in and security. There's all kinds of things that get put in place to make sure you're secure while you're at our event. We have to close, we don't close the street, but you got to have people on the street. Please, people, message from the Lee County Sheriff's Office, do not jaywalk, please, on Estero Boulevard. So, they're going to have
plenty of crosswalks.
They're going to have designated crosswalks available. The town has also asked that you please do not do that. We had someone near the Women's Club parking lot almost get hit last year. And,
oh boy.
We don't want this to turn into to
there's
something
no room
bad.
for error. So walk on the sidewalk.
So, take your time. It's not a rush. We got plenty of time, plenty to see. And, come on out and make some memories.
Here's the other thing. If you're coming to town and you're trying to go from here to Old San Carlos, follow the signage now. There's walkways and signs to help you out.
Yes.
And there are stoplights that are active on both
Yes.
sides of the
yes, they
bridge.
are. Yes,
Every time I go to drive through, I have to like prep myself.
Got to remember,
there's
it's
going to be a
working.
light.
Yes.
Remember
There's
the
going to be a
light.
light.
Remember the light. And if you want to come and stay for longer than just a few hours, we have stay and play packages on the website. You can come and stay for a night or two. Enjoy the rest of Fort Myers Beach too.
Yeah.
The whole point of this is to get people
Yes.
to come back, fall in love with Fort Myers Beach again, spread out and support all of the businesses up and down the island and just off the island. This is a team effort here.
What's the website?
It is fmbsandsculpting.com. That's the letter F for Fort, M for Myers, B for Beach, sandsculpting.com.
Real quick, the boat parade.
Yes, it's coming right behind the sand sculpting. We
When is-
need boats. You'll see this week the applications go out for boats, for sponsored, non-sponsored boats. We have our restaurant partners. We're going to be talking with them to get them all set up so we can do People's Choice voting. It will be the first Saturday in December 6th. And of course, starts right after sunset around 6 o'clock. And we will be doing 2 loops, not one, but 2 loops through the back bay this year. So that way everybody has not one, but 2 chances to get to see all the boats go
Will
by.
they go down the Siesta Isles
No, they will
again?
not.
So
Nope.
that one, yeah.
Nope, they have the Coast Guard and all the powers that be have determined that the parade needs to stay out in
Out
the
in the
navigable
bay.
waterways
Yeah.
and out where the bars and restaurants and the visitors
Totally
and,
fair. Yeah.
can see them. Not once, but twice. The idea is to kind of make sure that everybody gets a couple opportunities. Maybe the first time around, people in the front can move back, and then that way people in the back can get to the front and see all the boats go by.
Yeah, and if I could just tell the folks that are going to put their boat in the boat parade to just do me one favor, make your number really big so we can
And
we,
light it up.
Light up your number, please.
We
It's
do the
always a thing.
we do the broadcast from Snug Harbor, and of course I have 60-year-old eyes and a webcam,
Yep.
so we need to see big numbers so we can talk up your boat and
Yeah,
stay
so-
in order.
Yeah,
Stay
because
in
you know
line.
we're giving Ed a description of the boat and whose it is and who's on it with the boat number, and
Yeah.
he's trying to tell you about the boat, but he can't tell you about the boat if he can't
Right,
see
and
that
we
number.
have such a great crowd at Snug Harbor. It turns into like a comedy act at Snug Harbor. Everybody's trying to guess what the whole thing is. A fun event.
Yeah. it
Speaking
is.
of which,
Great
I know you guys are also doing the Friday night music, and I asked. I was over at Wahoo Willie's this morning, thanks to Dave not showing up to meet me for breakfast. But the Friday night music event is going unbelievably well.
I'm so stoked about that. So it is the Chamber's Water Foundation that runs those Friday and Sunday night concerts. That is our nonprofit arm for the Chamber, our 501c3, and all the money or any money that gets raised for that goes right back to grants for studying, protecting, enhancing water around Estero Island. So I'm thrilled that that's going so well. It's a reason for folks to come down, enjoy the evening, stay for the night. You know, book a room, come grab some dinner, get out of work early on Friday,
Yeah. And this
enjoy.
weather now is
Weather's
just perfect for that kind of situation out there. So
It
lastly, I want to bring Doug up for the last 2
Oh
minutes.
yeah, we got to introduce somebody to you guys. So
Come on down, Doug.
all of you people out there who have for the last 14 years talked to or met Doug McElhenney through a camera lens
Gonna have to move
because
over
Doug
a
lived in India.
little bit more, Doug, so we get you on the camera.
Grab
There we
that
go.
too.
There we
May
go.
I present to you all Doug McElhenney, direct from India. The
Live and
Chamber's,
in person.
the Chamber's secret weapon behind the scenes.
Not a secret now.
Not a
Nice-
secret anymore. Here, live and in person, and living on Fort Myers Beach.
Nice and close, Doug. And
All right.
in addition to all the great work that you do for the chamber, you are trying to get your dogs back from India. Like,
That's
I don't
true.
know how hard it had to be for you to leave your dogs in India.
Yeah, it was hard. We didn't have much time to say goodbye, and you know, they're dogs. I mean, they don't know what's going on, and we
Yeah.
had to say goodbye. You know, we had a family there.
How many dogs do you have?
4.
How many did you bring back with you?
We couldn't bring any back.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we would have had to start that process, and we just didn't have enough time.
I think you had maybe 24 hours notice you had to go, right?
Well, we knew that somebody was gonna, more or less. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but when we were really told it was time to go.
oh wait,
we
you got kicked out for some
Yes.
reason? Is there a war going on that I missed?
No,
Or
no.
Were they
no.
betting on the NBA and somebody got caught, or
No.
Well,
You know-
I think it's a sign of the times,
I
right?
see.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, people are just the countries are
I see. Yeah,
are
gotcha.
you know kind of making things a little more difficult for folks. Same
Yeah.
here.
So your dogs are there. They're being taken care of, but you're trying to get them back. So you started
Right.
a GoFundMe. And
Yeah.
where are we at with that?
Oh, we just got over 22,500, 2,500.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot to Beach Talk Radio, who
Oh.
put out a
And the
call
followers.
for-
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so we're going to keep going, and we've got one dog underway being tested. Her blood's been tested, and we're working on the other 3 dogs. We're just getting the information about the airlines, and so
Were they dogs from here that you brought with you?
No, we got them all in India.
I see.
Yeah.
They rescued them there.
Gotcha.
And, this is an incredibly expensive proposition. Even just
Crazy.
bringing the dog with you on a plane is between, you said, 7,500 to.
Well, that's
if they come with
cargo.
you as baggage.
No,
right? Or-
baggage is cheaper. That's what we were looking at this morning.
yeah, that's
it's
about
going to be
$750 to $1,000.
well, actually, we looked at the Beagle. It said 500 to
Okay,
like
see?
1,200.
What are the makes and models of the dogs?
One Beagle, one Lab, one Doberman, and one Rottweiler.
Oh my gosh, you really mixed it up there. You got all the greatest.
Yeah.
You got one of those, don't you? I can see you shaking your head. No dogs at all. Oh, you got a little tiny Chihuahua. So give out the website address or how we can get people that are watching to donate.
Yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head.
Thank you for coming prepared, Doug. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. We're trying to save dogs here.
It's a GoFundMe. You have it on
GoFundMe,
your.
yeah. I mean,
You
if
posted
search
it
for-
too,
if
right?
you
do.
search
Yeah,
for Doug and Donnie.
I'll put it
on
back
it.
up to the top.
Okay, I can give it to you. You can put it on the
Yeah.
description.
So
But
how,
but any help would be appreciated.
how much more do you need?
We're
to
not
make it?
sure actually, because we're trying to find that out now, because to do it without working with one of the relocation companies is difficult. Because of all the paperwork involved. You'd have to hire a lawyer, and well, let me tell you, you don't want to hire a lawyer in India,
Really?
especially if you're over here. So the Rottweiler is going to be the most expensive because she can only be sent as cargo, because they're considered an
Oh,
aggressive breed.
I don't know if I could do that. Put your
So-
dog in the cargo.
Yeah, cargo. So the other ones can travel with people.
Okay.
So we're working. We're hatching a plan to get people over there and to bring the dogs back with them.
Wow,
as
that sounds
baggage,
like a
but
complicated
the
plan.
Roddy, they're telling us somewhere between, you're looking at like $5,000, maybe.
Well,
maybe
that
more.
maybe would
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I mean, it would probably. I had to guess. With the with the companies, it'd probably be like 2,000 each for the other dogs. Maybe just a rough estimate.
Wow.
And then Luna's really expensive. The Rottweiler, that's going to be actually around $5,000. The cargo is really expensive. It's much cheaper to take them as checked baggage with a person.
She'll probably be the easiest one.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
likely, right? More
probably.
likely.
Probably.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
we know that it's going to be quite a bit. So
We'll
we're
push it out
hatching a
there.
plan, and we'll take all comers to help us out.
If there's one thing about our audience, you can't go wrong with pets and vets, and
All right.
they
There you
love
go.
donating the money. So
Ed
we'll-
has a new tagline.
That's right.
Love it.
Yes.
I know what my tagline here is on the beach, and it's not that. But thank you, thank you guys, and Jackie.
Thank you
thanks,
both
Ed,
so
for-
much.
Thank you, Doug.
Having me.
Yes. Any other things you want to push?
No, man,
Jackie?
just volunteers. Come on
Awesome.
down, and we'll take you, and you're guaranteed to have a great time, make some new friends. So
all right.
Yeah.
We'll
thank you
repost.
for all that you guys do. We really appreciate it. Thank you to the
Thank you.
community and all our nonprofit partners. Thank you to our sponsors for the event. There's a full list of them on the website. And let's keep it rolling. We got good momentum here, right? No H words and lots of fun coming up
No
with the holiday
kidding.
season.
Yeah, and don't miss it. I mean, it's something that'll make you feel like a kid again. I mean, there's something really magic about sand sculpting. So
You have to be really
on down.
excited to be able to see it in person for the first time in like
first time
10
in 9
years.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's been a while.
So,
So,
All right. Thanks
Thank
again,
you guys.
We
Big
appreciate
hand for
it.
Jackie
All
and
right,
Doug.
take care. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
later.
We will post we have just to flip the mics back. We'll post the two links, the one for Doug's dogs, and also the one for the volunteers. Ellen Vaughn's going to give us an update on the pub crawl in just a second. But first, I want to tell you about a brand new sponsor, folks. You know Mom's Home Cooking. And now they are a sponsor of this dinky little podcast. Mom's Home Cooking and Heavenly Biscuit have been making the world a better place, one tummy at a time, for 25 years. Over 25 years, Heather and her crew have been serving breakfast, lunch, and treats on Fort Myers Beach. Of course, everybody knows about the world famous cinnamon rolls. Everybody talks about the cinnamon rolls. When I posted that they were a sponsor of the show, it was all about the cinnamon rolls. So stop by Mom's. They're over in the food truck on 2450 Estero Boulevard. We're just kind of across the street from the old town hall property, which now has dirt piles that are 70 feet in the air. So that's what you want to do. You want to put the pin in the dirt pile that's 75 feet in the air and look for Mom's, which is basically across the street at 2450 Estero Boulevard. 7:30 to 1 o'clock, closed on Mondays. They need a day of rest. 239-785-0707. Mom's Home Cooking, and we appreciate them joining the program. So Ellen Vaughn, the great Ellen Vaughn, everybody is here.
Good morning.
Go ahead. You're
I
on.
feel like we've done this before.
I think we have.
Let me make sure. Is your mic on? Which one did you grab?
I'm on.
Oh, she grabbed.
You want me to grab 4 instead?
No, you're good. Just keep it nice and close.
Okay, I will keep it.
There you go.
All right. Testing.
There you go.
That was the code word. I used to work for when there was a Bell system. I worked for one of the operating companies, and we used to test out tie lines what people would put in for companies, and that was it. You did it on Saturday, and you'd have to sit at this thing and go testing.
No way, Ellen. Like when you take the plug out of the phone and push it in. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. The technology has come a long way.
It certainly has.
Yes.
Certainly has.
So how many boards are you on, just to make it official?
Well, actually, I resigned from the Friends of the Mound House board. I was officially the president of the Friends for many, many years, but I'm also on CellCab, and that's a sunshine law issue. So anyway, so now I'm just a member of the Friends of the Mound House.
CellCab stands for
Cultural
environmental, blah, 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 it was something like that.
Advisory board.
You nailed it.
So it basically it's the Mound House and Newton Park.
I see. So the Mound House is related in that way. You didn't resign because you wanted to resign. You resigned because there was some kind of issue with doing two at the same time.
And I'm still a member of the Friends of the Mound House. I'm
Yes.
just I'm not on the board.
Yes, and the Mound House is a fabulous place that everybody should visit at least once when they come down.
Well, more than once because we have distinct programming. We've had some changes of staff, but we have new blood coming in that has wonderful ideas about programming. Actually, right now, the Mound House is closed. Last week, it was closed for tenting because, of course, it's a wooden building and we had termites.
Oh, boy.
And then this week, all of the staff is at they have been at a conference in Alabama, which is wonderful professional development opportunity for them. And one of the staff members was actually a presenter. So that's goes good on, that's nice for her.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And of course, you're involved in the Community Foundation.
I'm involved with the Community Foundation and the Women's Club and the Art Association and on and on.
Yes.
Oh, and the Historic Society.
You have to be like
Not the garden club?
You're not on the garden club? What's wrong with you? Well, and come on,
Well,
get involved in the
I
garden
don't have
club.
a garden. I live in an apartment. Although I do have houseplants, so maybe I should explore that.
Well, let's see how many we actually count how many clubs you're not involved in that are left on the beach. So
I think it's just the garden club.
yes. So
and I know garden club people, and I talk to them.
yes,
And I
they're
get
very
advice.
nice. Yes. So tonight is the Carnival
Yes.
pub crawl.
Hunted Carnival Pub Crawl.
Tell
And
us about it.
This is the first inaugural Hunted Carnival Pub Crawl, and it's sponsored by the Community Foundation. And there are 8 venues. And the format for this is you're supposed to come in costume, and there will be secret judges along the and they will be deciding who they think has the most creative costume. And the people at each of the venues will be in costume too. So my husband Pat and I are going to be at Snug Harbor, and we're going to be in costume that we brought back from Brazil. And I'm going to have
fun.
to text my daughter later today to find out what these characters are called because I don't remember.
I see. So it won't be like Mickey Mouse or anything like that. It'll be an unknown costume that you're dressed in that you're not really sure what it is yet.
Well, I will know by this evening, by 5 p.m.
So I think I know one of the other surprise guest judges is Megan, right? Yes.
These are supposed to be secret.
I see. Well, you gave away your role
Well, it
as
could
a
be
judge.
I know a lot of people on the beach. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we're not going to be available to get the prizes because we're staff.
I
We're
got you.
staff. Yeah. So, but we just thought as staff, it would be appropriate to show up in costume.
I
If
see.
you want all of the visitors to come in costume, all the participants.
Fair point.
So what
Fair
are
point.
the 8 venues?
So the 8 venues are, and I have it right here on the ticket.
Starting where?
Well, they're all over. There are some on the beach, and for example, La Ola is a participant, but then most of them are on Old San Carlos. So I'm just going to run down the way it is on this little list here. So it's SOBs, the Whale. Okay, so there you're moving around quite a bit. So
Wait.
you probably want to come up with your own order so that you maximize.
So can I call a timeout for a
Sure.
second? The Whale isn't open, so
But they're hosting a game.
okay. So you can still go to the Whale property.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're going to have a game
Gotcha.
there. Yeah, officially, the Whale had hoped to be open, and that was going to be the after party.
Oh, yeah.
But little things get in the way with opening on time.
Yeah.
Building.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all used to. That's the one thing we've become very skilled at in the last 3+ years is patience and understanding that things happen.
So
Things
we
happen.
did I didn't mean to interrupt, but if I don't, I'll forget. I did Kim and I did a mayoral candidate forum last night in Cape Coral. They have big elections coming up next year. And what do you think the number one complaint was from the people? Permitting. They said that it took me 9 weeks to get a fence permit. I said, did you call Anita and see how long it took her to get her fence permit? It's just the same thing everywhere. I mean, I don't know. 9 weeks doesn't seem like a long time.
In hindsight, it really doesn't, does it?
But yeah, you learn perspective.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so the list of those
The
places.
list of ours. So it's SOBs, the Whale. I already did those two. So now I have to say the other ones twice as well. So Nervous Nellies, Snug Harbor, La Ola, Tiki Pub, which is going to be parked right next to Snug Harbor. And then we have Wahoo Willie's and Mr. Waves.
All right.
Nice. And no particular order they have to go in.
No,
Just
no
whatever
particular order.
suits them.
Whichever suits them. And if you don't, well, I have tickets with me. So if you're interested in purchasing a ticket, I will hang around. And the tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door.
We have ours.
Oh, good. And I must say that we are a cash only operation. This is our first time out doing this. So we didn't have a way to take credit cards. So
That's really good to know. So everybody pay attention.
bring cash.
Rob your piggy banks.
Yes.
Although, if you trust me, you can use my Venmo, and I will write a check. If anyone comes up to you and says they only have Venmo and they don't have cash, you can use ours, and I'll write a check after that. So if you want to do that, yeah.
Thank you very much. Ed. That will be
we did
really
that.
helpful.
We did that last weekend, and it worked out great for the VFW. So it looks like you have a ticket they have punch cards on them. Is that
They
what that
do.
is?
So the format is you can start anywhere you like, and you can buy a ticket anywhere you like. There'll be people like Pat and I as staff at Snug Harbor. There'll be somebody staffing at each of the locations at a table next to the game. So the format is you buy your ticket, and then you play a game, and then we mark it off on the back of your ticket,
Like, what kind of games do they have, Ellen?
That's a secret for most of them.
Okay, all the different bars are setting up their own games.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But they're all carnival themed.
I
So
see.
it's probably fair. I was going to call it a Ferris wheel, but they used it. The other kind of wheel.
The spin the wheel kind
Spin
of
the
thing?
wheel.
Like-
It'll be things along those lines. Things that you would encounter at a carnival.
Will there
Somebody
be
might
any-
have a bottle toss.
Do you
kind of
think
thing.
there will be any spin the bottle games that I could ask my wife to go to? Because that's be the only time I ever see her again after this whole baby thing.
If you think that's really going to lure her in,
If I tell her somebody else will be there, it will.
Well, actually, you could suggest that because maybe somebody's a late bloomer and they haven't planned out their
Yes.
game. You could
I
say,
have a feeling they all have planned out. They're pretty good at that, all
Yeah.
those folks. So you punch your ticket and then
and you put your name on the back of the ticket, your name and your phone number, and then there will be drawings at the after party, which is at Wahoo Willie's, and there'll be a $500 prize for the best contest
costume.
costume. Thank you, a contest for the costume.
Yes.
And then there'll also be drawings for other kinds of prizes that will be mystery prizes until the after party, which begins at 8 p.m.
All right.
So the event starts at 5. So
5 o'clock.
5
so
o'clock.
go start to any bar.
Yep.
Of the 8.
Yep.
At any place you want to start, make sure you punch your ticket of every place and wind up at Wahoo Willie's at 8 o'clock
Yep.
tonight.
yeah, there'll be an official person puncher at each location.
Will you be
Excellent.
there in your Brazilian outfit?
I
at
will be
8
there.
o'clock? Yes.
Yep.
Now, Ellen, I must ask because you're very flowery and always colorful. Like you are the best dresser on Fort Myers Beach. Now, where did you get that dress from Brazil or did you make it yourself?
Oh no, all of my dresses are of African fabric. My daughter and her family lived in mostly West African countries for like 15 years.
Oh, I love West Africa. I lived there for a couple of years myself.
Where did you live?
I'm joking. I've never leave Florida, so I'm sorry.
I know Kim is quite smitten with
Yes,
Africa.
she does like to hang out with the monkeys for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because she was in Kenya, right, on a safari.
I think that was where she was. Yeah, she was
Yep.
doing some things out there that, yeah. So you got the dress from Africa,
Well,
the fabric.
essentially, it's a long story. It's a 15-year story.
That one dress has a 15-year story to it. Wow.
No,
well,
well,
we'll need to schedule a different show for your dresses.
Okay. Well, it's the number that's the issue, and Pat has finally made peace with it, because I have in excess of 60 dresses and in excess
Wow.
of 30 skirts. But over a course of 15 years, you can accumulate a lot of stuff.
So, Ellen, do you ever go into your closet, which I imagine is bigger than my truck, my $80,000 truck that I have to give back today? So when you go into your closet, do you think, well, I think I wore that one 26 days ago, so I need to, do you have them in order? Or do you go, how do you plan
There
that?
is an order.
There is an order.
There is an order. They, they come out of one end and go into the other.
see.
And then when there's a laundering that has to occur, there's a whole other
geez,
process.
That screws everything up. So you wore that 60 days ago, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
We need to do a show just on dresses.
Just
yes.
on her dresses.
So 5:00 tonight, you can start at any of the 8 locations.
Yes.
This is a fundraiser for the Community Foundation, everybody. If you want to Venmo me now for the ticket and you just want to make the donation, that's fine too. You don't need to come. We will write the check to the Community Foundation for whatever it is. It's Edward-Ryan-14. There have been times where I gave out the number 13 and somebody else got the money, but I've remembered it's 14. Edward-Ryan-14. Anybody that donates it, just put Community Foundation in the subject and we will write the check. Or you can use that later as long as it says Community Foundation and not coffee. That's what we wanted to say.
Okay. And can I say the venues one more time?
You can
Yes.
say,
Okay. So it's SOB's, The Whale, Nervous Nellies, Snug Harbor, La Ola, Tiki Pub, which would be parked next to Snug Harbor, Wahoo Willie's, and Mr. Waves.
thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. Big hand for Ellen Vaughn,
Yay,
everybody.
thank you, Ellen.
She's on every single board except for the Garden Club, and we appreciate Ellen. I got one more ad to run, then we do have another guest coming up with a very special day that's going on here on Fort Myers Beach tomorrow. So I have to memorize these things. Otherwise, there we go. I have to write on that. I don't want to write on that because that's $800, that piece of
How
equipment.
about a little
cost.
sticker?
Does it come off? As long as it comes off. Michael Stewart is one of our sponsors of the show today. Michael Stewart is a rock-solid engineer. He'll build something that will never fall off its stilts. He won't build anything on stilts because he really does have a good plan, a rock-solid plan. Michael Stewart is a structural engineer, residential or commercial, and he has done plenty of those on the beach. He's done plenty of those in all of Southwest Florida. And you can check him out online at mstewartpe.com. You can give Michael Stewart a call on his cell phone. He's tooling around in his $80,000 vehicle that he loves to ride around in that he'll never have to give back at 239-292-7670. 239-292-7670. And our next guest has been on the show before. What number you got there, Father? Number 3. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be back, Ed.
This,
always
I think,
appreciate
is your
coming.
third appearance.
Third appearance. That's right. You welcomed me when I was brand new, and then I think we talked about the shrimp fleet blessing last year.
Where was that first interview? Do you remember if it was at Pete's Timeout or Wahoo Willie's or?
No, I think it was here, but across the street.
Okay, it was at La Di Da then. Gotcha. When we were inside. So you bless the fleet. You bless pets. Can I beg of you to bless trucks? Please, can you do a pickup truck blessing?
Listen, I have a priest blessing book that has a blessing for a spaceship. So
We can cover it.
I can absolutely do your truck. Is your truck doing badly, Ed?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
Can you give me some advice? This is basically a semi-confession. My truck has been in the shop now for the third time going on 10 days. And I have a loaner that they have apparently sold. They want it back. Is it okay if I keep it?
Yeah, I think you should offer to give it back to them as soon as you get your truck.
Thank you very much. That's what
All
I told him.
right.
That's what I told him. Thank you. I
That's
have
the
God's
authority
blessing to
right
keep the
there.
truck.
You're welcome, everybody. Yeah.
So how long have you been here now?
Just coming up to 2 years. So a shout out to Diamond Head Resort, by the way. When I first started filling in for St. Raphael's, that's where we worshiped because we didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So they let us use a room in the hotel,
Yeah, it's
as
so
a gift to us.
it's so ironic looking back on Diamond Head because they became the like the lightning rod for why Fort Myers Beach got incorporated because it was too tall.
Mhm.
But if Diamond Head wasn't here at the time of Hurricane Ian, so many things could not have happened. You mentioned what you guys were able
Yeah.
to do. All of the council meetings were held there after a while. I mean, I think the fire
LPA,
department is still
fire.
meeting there.
Mhm.
And they have been such a great community partner. I know it has nothing to do with the people; it had to do with the height. But really, they have been great for the community.
Yes, they stepped up when we needed them.
And speaking of Hurricane Ian, I got the nice tour from Ellie Bunting this morning, who is a
Wonderful.
wonderful person, and your place looks great. It's coming along fabulous.
So
Good.
I have to tell you, my husband and I live directly across the canal
Oh yes.
on Avenida Pescadora.
Mhm.
And so we've seen all the work going on and we've been very excited for you guys. But last night, your church lights were on inside and the stained glass looked absolutely beautiful. And I meant to go back out and get a picture for you. I got distracted by our dogs. So I will get one if they're back on tonight. I will get one for you because it looks exceptional.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Those are beautiful windows, and they're the one thing that survived in the church.
Well, Ellie said only one of them got damaged. The first one when you come in to
That's
the
right.
left.
That's right, St. Bartholomew.
Yeah. Did he do something to anger the good Lord in order
You
for
know,
his?
there must have been some shortcoming in his apostolate.
You are walking a fine line, my friend.
Oh, Ed is usually like way over there
Over the line.
on the line.
So when you walk into the the refurbished building,
Yeah.
how many stained glass windows are on each side? And can you name them all?
There are 12,
6 on each side.
6 on each side, and I'll do the naming if you do it with me.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
St.
Peter.
Bartholomew's first.
Good. St. Peter.
St. Peter.
St. Paul.
No.
I don't even know how many saints there are. I'm just
Right.
being honest with you.
So there's
Paul.
about 100,000 saints, but these are the 12 apostles.
Okay.
So come and take a look, and then I'll do a show with you about what the
All right.
windows are.
All right. I should do some studying first so I don't look as foolish as I do right now.
I'll brief you.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
So you are basically on one of the highest points on Fort Myers Beach, if not the highest. I was
Yeah.
told Randy Lane is kind of the highest point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the highest point is. Though I heard the Mountain House was, but anyway, it's fairly high up there, and you still got 7 feet of water.
That's right.
How much damage?
So between the surge and then the people clearing it out after the surge, virtually everything inside all the buildings was gone. So all we had was the shells. So we started rebuilding.
Wait, when you said the people clearing it out, do you mean looters?
No.
Oh.
Just you have people come in and clear.
Oh,
clear
okay.
the-
Did all the
nonsense.
stuff need to go, or they just took it anyway?
I couldn't possibly comment.
Oh, okay. All right. That's an odd answer, but all right. But you're way smarter than me. Like you couldn't comment.
You've got the show.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty impressive. I don't.
There are not many people that make me feel uncomfortable asking questions, but you are one of them because I know I'm going to hell and I don't know what to ask or not to ask. So
Oh,
right.
dear.
I'm
Oh,
going to get hit
dear.
by lightning sitting right here
Okay.
because
Yeah.
so
Anyway, you asked me about the buildings.
Yes.
So we basically had to rebuild the interior of all 3 buildings.
Yes. And the last time I was there, you were in the side building, which had the stage there, and the stage wasn't even built, and you were doing the service there.
That's right.
And now you go into the main building, and it looks fabulous. It's amazing.
It's really great. So with the window repair, the floors are done, some paint on the ceiling. We don't have church furniture really. We've got the same things we were using in the parish hall. So after church last Sunday, everybody just carried something. We had people show up for church who never come to church, and a couple of people who came after church just to help us.
Yeah, that's the way this place
Yeah,
is.
it
This
really
beach
is.
is. Yeah. So you have chairs. Are you going to pews, or are you going to stick with the chairs?
We're going to get nice church chairs that have kneelers and places for books and things like that.
Did you
Right
know
now.
there's church chairs?
I know there were pews. I last when I was,
We had pews before.
yeah.
We're going to replace them with church chairs.
Yeah.
Church chairs allow you to kneel down, a place to put your books. You can attach
Right.
them together.
Right. How long is your service? Because those chairs in there right now are hard as hell, and they're really going to hurt people's.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So 59 minutes.
That's not that long, right?
It's not that
There's
long.
a lot of getting up and getting down, like the Catholics do. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of getting up. Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
So
That's good relief.
Well, it is. You get uncomfortable sitting down, then
Yeah.
you stand up and
Right.
shift around.
So, how many chairs? I'm getting at here. How many chairs are you going to wind up needing?
So we've got about 55 laid out right now, and that doesn't count the people up front. So,
Yeah. And how much you think that'll run you? 55 new chairs that have nice cushiony behinds.
Dear. I don't even want to tell you.
I do want to know.
Yeah. So the chairs seem to run about $250 each.
So 250 times 50 is a
So-
million, two. I mean, I'm not real good with
It's
math. I
about
mean,
that.
no, I mean, we would like to
Yeah,
help raise
so-
the money, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to do the math in my head, but it's tens of thousands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if we helped you raise the money?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That'd
so
be really great.
you have somebody that I can get in touch with to do that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
You will use our office contact.
All right.
Can I send that to you?
Yes, I would love to do that. I think that we could do that
Yeah.
snap doodle. And we last time we raised chairs for the church was the church on Estero Boulevard. I forget the names of the church.
At the Lutheran Church?
The Lutheran Church,
St. Peter.
and they're still using the chairs over
Yeah.
there. So we'd be happy to do that. And so the bishop came to town, and he kind of moved you toward the back of the room there. I don't think I really want you that far back. Can you move? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No.
He moved you all the way back, like the bishop. Who's this bishop guy that's taking charge of the whole? This is your shop, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So all Episcopal churches are under the guidance and direction of a bishop. All of us are. And I work for him.
Yes. So
So-
you're going to be in the back corner there.
Okay, I understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So at the front of the
Have you been to your new building yet, or not?
So
Or am
I'm
I
really
the only
looking forward to visiting it tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're like in a Roman Catholic Church, Episcopal Church, the altar's at the front. And the way St. Raphael's is designed is there's a section at the very east end, we call it,
Mhm.
Where the altar used to be and is going to be again. So it's a bit further back than it was before the hurricane.
Yeah. So, and then there's a little bit of a stage in front of you, and then the
Yeah.
chairs are out front. You're going to have to be yelling for the back row for
Mhm.
people like me that have a
Mhm.
harder hearing, or do you have a
Yeah, but
sound system?
you're not going to be in the back row.
No, I'm going to
No,
be
you're
here.
up front.
I'm going to be doing a show
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay,
Yeah, I have the mayor. He thinks he's important, that he wants to do a show every Sunday, so we
Yeah.
have to do the show. But I mean, we were hoping you were going to do a ribbon cutting. Will there be a ribbon cutting earlier on in the day? You have to cut a ribbon. No,
We have no plans to do that. We're having
I see.
an inaugural mass
All right.
at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
What is the mass going to focus on tomorrow? What is the message going to
Sure.
be?
So it falls for us on St. Raphael's Day. So it's a celebration of our patron Saint Angel, a celebration of our church, and a celebration of the restoration. And they will all tie in together.
Mhm.
One of the great things about St. Raphael is the story about him in the book of Tobit is he was in disguise helping a young guy on a long journey. And then he was revealed in the end who he was. And we all know what it's like to have somebody comes along beside us that we didn't expect
Mhm.
and really helped us. And that was our experience in the restoration. So St. Raphael's a great patron for us.
How long do you spend getting ready for the Sunday service? Like, how many hours do you put in on a service?
It probably takes me about 6.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Are you like reading the Bible every day? Is it like
Yeah.
every single day?
Every single day.
For how long?
So the Bible reading is part of the daily services, say 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening.
Yeah.
And that's apart from any other study. But all us priests are supposed to say our prayers every day.
How many times you think you've read the Bible through?
Yeah. So we read the Old Testament through once a year, New Testament twice a year.
Yeah.
I've been at this for 45 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much you get paid? What's your salary?
Yeah, it's a certain amount. Yeah. Are you going to contribute to that too, Ed?
I'm happy to. I'm happy to.
Let me ask you about your meeting space, because
Yeah.
I know that building was mentioned was restored first.
Yes.
Is that available for rent out or space for like like I'm just thinking like our nonprofits
Yeah.
sometimes don't have
Yeah.
places to meet. Do you have a rental fee schedule that they can connect with your office person
Mhm.
to find out more information?
Yeah, call or email the office. We're absolutely open for that. Several groups have already started to use our space, and that was part of our motivation for making sure it got done.
Fantastic.
And they have like a world-class kitchen. All that
Yeah.
equipment in there is like restaurant equipment.
And it's brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
So, what was the other thing I wanted to shrimp dinner? Yeah, that's right.
Shrimp
Yeah.
dinners.
So I'm glad you asked. So November the 8th is our inaugural new round of shrimp dinners, and you can go to our website and click on it and get the tickets.
So that's something you do every year.
We do it multiple times every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are your tickets?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's on the website.
A certain amount.
A certain amount.
Why do
Yeah.
why do you keep putting him on the spot with these questions you're asking him?
I-
He doesn't know everything. He's trying to get ready for the service tomorrow. For
That's
crying
right.
out
It's
loud.
taking me hours.
Yeah.
I'm taking my job seriously.
Yes. All right. So the other question I wanted to bring up was a lot of the times I heard that people congregate at the beginning of at the start of your new building, and
Mhm.
you're trying to get ready. You're trying to concentrate on it. So you have them moving outside, because I saw them when you walked in. I looked like you have to do a prayer. But you got this table set up where you have to do a prayer, right? Is that
Outside the church building.
yeah?
So that's going to be our welcome area.
Yeah.
And so when people arrive, we greeting them, welcoming them, giving them the program for the service. And then that allows us to go into the church in a kind of a recollected and quiet way.
Right. You want it to be quiet when you get in the church.
Yeah.
So who's on the welcoming committee? That's the tough question.
No, it's virtually everybody.
I see.
So you had Ellie Bunting showing you
Yeah.
around. She's one of our key leaders.
Yeah.
Ross Miller's our senior warden. That's a top lay official. But everyone who's been coming to church is going to be ready to welcome.
Yeah,
our
Ellie
guests.
said she was the assistant warden, and Ross is like the head warden. You can come up with a better name than warden when you're at the church, though, don't you think? Who came up
Yeah,
with warden?
So
When the
we
bishop,
had the word. Yeah, it's the bishop's fault.
when the
uh,
bishop comes to town, I'm going to have a meeting with him about these.
Can he come on your show?
I would love to have them. I mean, I'm totally going to hell, so why not bring the bishop on too? I mean,
So Ed, I got to tell you that I'm in the business of rescuing the lost, and that's
you
why
don't have enough time.
That's why I come on your show. Jesus said, "I didn't come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance."
What do you think
So-
about this NBA scandal? I mean, that's got to be bugging you. Like these gamblers just have to stop the gambling, right? It's just a total. You're going this sinning. It's sinning, right? Gambling
So-
is sinning, right?
So,
So you're following that?
Yeah, I know about it. So if we had a bingo game,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have an issue with that.
No.
If you were cheating in the bingo game, we'd have a big issue with that. So I would name the fraud more than the
I
gambling
see. Good point.
in,
Good point.
in this thing.
Yeah.
So,
So tomorrow, how many members of the church? I think Ellie said before the storm there was about 150-ish. Where are we at? And how
Yeah.
can you get more people to come to the church?
well, I could come on your show, I think. I hope
My
that'll
people
help.
are not coming to church, so that's the last thing our people have done. You
Yeah.
got a lot of saving
And
to
you
do,
have-
Father
you never
Michael.
know.
No faith, no
A
confidence.
day with
I
you,
have
there's a
greater
lot of
faith in your people
repenting
than
that's
you do.
happening.
Sure. I mean, I would say to anybody, come and have a look.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing with angels, and things. Most people have a sense of something going on that's beyond this life and this world. And one of the ways to connect with that is St. Raphael's Church.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for you, we'll give you a list of other churches. But we probably should be the first one.
Do you tell
Like
Joe?
it should be done in order.
Yeah. Do you
Not like the pub crawl.
do you tell jokes while you're up there too to keep people on their feet? And do you yell at them if they're on their phones, looking at other things?
So don't have an issue with phones. Never yell at the faithful. Tell jokes if they fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you got to have a sense of humor too, right? I mean, you would think that
Do you?
you do for sure. I mean, you certainly do, which I think would make it fun to go to church. I
Well-
mean, maybe church isn't supposed to be fun, but I could see it being fun with you up there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, church should be a joy because, being connected to God, having a life here and a life hereafter, that's a great thing. There are times when church has to be subdued.
For sure.
We have to pay attention to getting right with God. But normally it's celebration. It's rejoicing.
Overall, in your circle of friends, which I'm guessing are other church people and other bishops and all the important church people, like, do you see that the younger generation is more attached to coming to church or not?
Yeah. So I would say if you're looking over the last 10, 15 years, the answer is absolutely not. There's some signs now among intellectuals and young people, particularly men, that they are looking for something real. And the challenge, I think, for the church is sometimes the church has kind of watered itself down. Sometimes the church has kind of watered itself down in order to be easier to join. But the reality is nobody joins a church if it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody goes routinely. They go because it's making a difference. So the churches that are offering something that really changes your life are drawing people.
So I'm going to throw you a curveball here just to see. I really want to know what your opinion is on this. So Charlie Kirk was a God-fearing, God-loving person. He really talked about God a lot.
He did.
And that happened to him. How do you explain that?
So do you know about our founder?
I don't.
Okay. So Jesus of Nazareth, and he was executed by the government. So we're not looking for easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the notion that kind of there's a magic amulet protection thing, it's obviously not true. Christians are being killed massively in Nigeria, other places around the world. So someone sets out to kill him. The difference is that, as far as I can tell, he had a real faith.
Yeah.
So he has glory.
Yeah. All right. Any? I didn't mean to bring us down like that, but I was that kind of thing always.
So
makes me wonder.
So thank you for asking a question, because I think being a Christian means that that's not a downer. You're going to die. I mean, not you, but most of us.
I appreciate that.
And so what matters is, like, did you ever know guys who didn't believe in life after high school?
Sure.
You know, they were on the football team or whatever it was.
That was
and there was no life beyond that.
Yeah.
Well, some people are living their lives that way right now.
Yeah.
They think there's no life after this. If they knew and believed it, they'd be doing their prep work.
So how do you convince? I mean, that's probably a silly way of asking it, but there are still people who believe that there's no life after this.
Absolutely.
Do you try and convince them? How do you get them past that?
Mm-hmm. So I found it pretty early on that debate, discussion has its place, but it doesn't really make the sale.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's usually that something is going on in a person's life.
Yeah.
There's an incidental conversation with someone. They go to a church that somehow says something to them, and it clicks. And that's when you can start to bring the person into a deeper understanding and practice.
Yeah. I watched the Sean Ryan podcast. I don't know if anybody watches that. He used to be a Navy SEAL, and now he has a wildly successful podcast, very religious. And he interviews guys that eventually somehow it snaps for them. Like they've gone through things that most of us will never go through with being in combat. And then you would think they would be the ones that would never believe because they're going through all that. But then when they come back, something happens in their life, like you say, that snaps them into reality. And then it's like, it almost is like relief.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just opens a whole new world. Yeah. I think if you want someone to come to faith, you're concerned about your kids, your grandchildren, it's pray first, talk second. And don't explain it more than twice.
Because then you're trying to convince them.
Yeah, then you're just annoying people.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, I feel like I'm in the confession booth every time you come on, and I feel refreshed. And but
there you see, just a little opening, a glimmer. Yeah. Thank you, Ed.
True. Yeah. So tomorrow is a special day. 10 o'clock is the service, and the church is a fabulous looking facility on a nice piece of land in a neighborhood, in a small, quiet neighborhood, a stone's throw from the canal. And it looks fabulous. The building looks great. And it was really basically sounds like a lot of volunteer work that went into over 3 years fixing that up to what it is today.
Yeah, our contractors were essential, of course, but it was the work of the people who decorate it and make it welcoming. So yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, everyone's welcome. If you would, say a prayer for us. It's a great new dawn for us.
And you say a prayer for me, extra, please. And when the truck is back, I'm bringing it over and parking it on the grass so you can bless it. So
I'll hold you to it, Ed. Okay.
Father Michael, everybody.
Thank you.
you very
It's been a
much.
pleasure.
That was awesome. Love having you on. And love Ellie was great today, giving us the tour. And we'll see you hopefully soon. Thank you very much for coming on. Third visit here, and I do want to give everyone kind of an update of our fundraiser last week. It did, despite what Bruce did. If you hadn't seen the crazy Bruce post,
that's a total one-off.
Yeah, it was so crazy. We raised over $80,000. You raised over $80,000 for the VFW, so they're going to be able to stay open. And Greg Wells was the local resident. He lives down on Estero Boulevard across from the Catholic Church, who donated the $25,000 match, which we blew out of the water. And they raised another $13,000 at the door last Sunday, which was crazy.
It was packed. I mean, it was wall-to-wall people.
And if you've never been to the VFW, you should just go over there. It's really a fabulous place. It's nice. They got the bar in the front, and in the back they have tables. They do all the NFL games. They have an outside setup, and those guys are. I got a text during the show from somebody. They're doing other events to keep things going so they can stay open. Tonight is the Community Foundation Dress Yourself Up for Halloween pub crawl, which starts at any of the 8 locations Ellen mentioned. And I know there's the Women's Club.
5 o'clock.
The Women's Club has a kickoff party coming up soon, getting ready for another big fundraiser for the Women's Club.
Well,
I know it's a private
Tree Festival.
Yeah. And then the Tree Festival. Tell everybody about that.
So, most people know our Tree Festival will be here at Margaritaville in the ballroom. December 12th, December 13th. That's a Friday and Saturday. We still have VIP experience tickets that are available. That gets you at an hour early on Friday. Gives you preview of the trees before the general public. You also have a private area in the ballroom. You'll have your own bartender and some of your own snacks, swag bags. We kick off the auctioning that night. We have some cash raffle prizes that we'll be giving away throughout the night as well. And then we're back on Saturday beginning at 1 o'clock with our vendor market. Vendor market will be going throughout the day. Our chili cookers kick everything off at 4. So that heated chili competition is going to be back. We have 2 categories this year. We have a restaurant category and a resident category. So each of those can win $750 for first prize, $500 for second, and your best decorated table will get a $200 Margaritaville gift card. So we're still looking for chili makers out there. We are still looking for any nonprofits that want to do trees. I encourage you as businesses or residents, if you have a nonprofit that you're passionate about, partner up with them. It gives them a little bit more volunteer help to get their tree creations done and puts a little more bang for their buck into their creation. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can email us at info@fmb-wc.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Megan. Big hand for Megan Allers, everybody, for filling in for Kim today and the last 2 weeks. And I don't know what's going on here. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Wahoo Willie's for an interview with Mayor Dan Allers. And before Dan comes on, the Whale chef is coming on. Reese is coming on to tell us about the menu at the Whale when it opens next month. So thank you all for tuning in. You all have a great day and enjoy this fabulous weather here in Fort Myers Beach. We'll see you tomorrow at Wahoo Willie's. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very good, Megan.